Welcome back, everyone. Tim here playing some more No Man's Sky. This stream should be a little longer than the last one. Like I said, mornings are busy here at the house. Hopefully you'll enjoy an old man rambling about a make-believe game. I know I do. Alright, when we last left, I don't know how I spawned on top of my ship, but hey, what are you gonna do? We were refueling, and we're gonna try and charge that hyperdrive up a little bit more after we sell some stuff, because I've got too much loot. So let's head into this trading post after we make fun of this guy's ears. Head to the Galactic Market. There's a lot of menus in this game. And I can't really help that. Later on, I'll be using markets less and less as I'm able to fly further and further towards the center of the galaxy. Although I'm not sure that's the path I'm going to take. There's actually 3 paths. So we're going to sell that Limium because it's worth a lot and it's not going to get used anytime soon for anything I need it for. We're also going to sell the Gragra, much as I'd love to keep a pet. And we're going to sell this Emerald because I don't need it anytime soon. I don't believe I need Iridium or Aluminum either. Let's see what else we need to sell here. The gold is not needed right now. I don't believe I need the Chrysonite at the moment. Not quite time to upgrade our ship yet, so now let's go see what this little fellow's got to say for himself after we touch the unknown device. Got a little money. Resource Analyst Epineri. As you can see, it almost looks like you earn money too quickly in this game, but you find out fairly quickly that inflation is a problem in the universe of No Man's Sky. Some of these ships cost a lot of money. Excuse me, you'll hear me drink and fidget, and as in my earlier stream, I might sneeze or cough, and I apologize for that. The air around the Vika life form smells foul. It seeps into my exosuit and makes me gag. Noticing my expression, the trader pecks at an element it carries. It breaks the unknown substance into pieces, then swallows each whole. There's a deep gurgle, and the trader emits a gas packet that smells delightful. The creature wipes its empty hands and beams at me with pleasure. So breaking something, I don't think it can really break an isotope, plus I think that would kind of be dangerous for it to eat, so I'm going to guess silicate. He nods a brief thank you, pays for my contribution, but would perhaps have rather had something else. So okay, I got 2,000. Now, as I said in one of my earlier streams, if you have the carbon, you can give it to them and they'll give you a little small favor for doing that. And you can do this repeatedly to learn words, to get supplies you might need, little small amounts of supplies, nothing big. So we're going to interact with him now that I've done that. Whatever you just said, I'm sure is fine for your wife. And I understand how it pains you. Anyway, the trader stares into my visor and clicks its beacon time with my breathing. I can only assume that this is supposed to make me feel welcome. So if I was a Gek best friend or above, I could get an isotope, but I'm not. I am a valued customer. If I was hurt, I could get healed or a shield recharge. I'm actually not going to do any of that because I don't need any of it. So I just gave him a little something for free there. I am going to, however, pick a little bit of these plants and get some carbon from them. I tend to always do that when I'm in one of these little stations because every little bit helps. This is one of those doors that require an Atlas pass, which we'll come to during the first few hours of gameplay. Again, this is a really cool world too. I like the look of this one. It's not as beautiful as my home world. It actually kind of scared me when I was landing on the planet. But it ended up being pretty temperate, pretty nice place to be. It does have flora and fauna. It looks like it's fairly rich in resources. And it seems like the more interesting the planet, the more these outposts we will find. You can also, in the game, upgrade your stamina through your suit's capabilities to let you sprint for longer periods of time where you don't go out of breath like I just did there as quickly. But like all things, it happens in time. Oh, hello. How are you? Just gonna use the console over here. Learn some rebound grenades technology. And I guess push that button. Oh, I hope that wasn't your child. Sorry. Broker Icto. Yeah, we were talking about that guy's wife over there, and he didn't accuse you of anything, I promise. I have no idea what the guy just said. I can't understand a single word yet. The life form's eyes widen in surprise when I go to talk to it. It leans back and watches for sudden movements. It's very clearly never seen anything quite like me before. That's not the first time I've heard that, by the way. I mime that I can't speak its language and increasingly reassured. The beak trader indicates that in exchange for certain elements, it's willing to help. So, this little guessing game here since I can't understand. So I'm just going to go with Iridium because it seems more exotic than carbon. And he's grateful. So he teaches me some of his dialect. Good. I need to understand what you are saying. So I learned 2 words. Not bad. Can you teach me another word? Yeah, I need to learn a lot of words. Oh, learn first, okay. Well, that's a good word to know. This console here, what are you working on? Oh, never mind, you're playing Pokemon Go over there. So, I'll take a look. The life form that works or worked in this installation left its equipment scanning the skies for interesting new systems and spatial phenomena. In its absence, it struck gold. A beacon has been received and a transmission sequence await response. This is our first puzzle. These puzzles do seem to repeat themselves after a while. Although I still occasionally see one I haven't seen before. And they're less mathematical. Well, some of them are. But most of them that I've run across are more patterns that you have to discern from these. So 1 2 1 2 2 1 2 1 1 2 1 2, obviously 2 1 2 1. That had to be a tricky balancing act for the designers of the game, because it's really obvious that they wanted this game to appeal to young people, kids, as well as grown-ups. So they didn't want to make the puzzles too challenging, which is understandable, because this is not really a puzzle game. It's an exploration game. But still, you know, I guess me being 50 and having been a gamer all my life, I would have liked to seen a little more challenge in the puzzles. Maybe they'll fix that in a patch. Or change the puzzles up. That would be awesome. Speaking of patches and things to come, I've heard a little rumor that one of the first content additions that they're going to do for the game is base building. At this point, it's still a rumor. I don't know if it's been officially confirmed, but I wouldn't doubt it, and if they could work that into this, that would be awesome. There's a third building back over here, plus the waypoint that I need to check in at so that I can get credit for the discovery and, more importantly, save the game. This game does crash every now and then, sometimes hard. I've had my PlayStation lock up twice so far since release, and I hope they get that fixed soon. Excuse me. So, welcome to the stream again, and thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. This is my first stream. There are far better streamers out there, but genuinely thank you for taking the time to spend with me. Wide shot adapter. That sounds like a shotgun. It looks like it's going to shorten its distance, and I'm not sure that's my style. So I don't think I'll be upgrading my multi-tool with that. What else we got in here? An antenna. Long ago, it seems an automated distress call went unanswered. If I can crack the encryption pattern, I could potentially extract the coordinates. So here we go. 1, 2, 6, 24, 120, and what's the next number? So looking at this math problem here, give you guys a second to figure it out yourself. So if you go 1 plus 1, that's 2. 2 plus 4, that's 6. So you see what's happening? 6. Hold on. Is this that one? No, there. So what it's doing, it's going 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 times 5 is 120, so the next in the sequence would be 120 times 6, which would be 720. And that's the first math problem we've run into. I think I'm going to turn the sound effects up just a little bit. I think I turned it down too low last time, so we're going to go for about 58. No, let's go to 65. That ought to be alright. And I'm going to turn the brightness back up too, because after reviewing the first few minutes of that last stream, it seemed like the picture was a little dark for you guys on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it back up. Even though it looks a little too bright for me on my screen, I think I need to do that so the picture quality turns out better on the stream. Alright. Well, we've taken care of that. Make sure we got some space in our exosuit and our ship, which we do. Still got quite a bit of Thamium 9. Kind of need to get rid of a little bit of that. So I'm going to go over and sell some of that real quick. Oh, good thing too, here's some more plutonium. These red containers seem to always have plutonium in them. From what I've played previously. Just jump up here. Head back to the market. Let's sell some. Excuse me, sell some of that Thamium. Alright, in the Starship inventory it was, I believe. Yes it was. Yeah, we got over 1,000 units. We do not need that many. We're gonna keep about 300 of it. Kinda wish the ticker went a little bit faster, sort of akin to Fallout. That'll work. Alright, that leaves us with 396. That's good. That'll be less than 1 space in the cargo hold of the ship. So, onward we go. I wish you could name the ships. I thought that they said you would be able to name your ship, but I haven't figured that out yet, so... Oh, we have some gold over here. We might as well pick that up. Like I said, I'm a casual player. I'm not trying to be the first to get to the center of the galaxy or anything. Just playing how I would be playing if I weren't streaming. And I don't really have any experience in streaming. I don't know what you guys want to see. Maybe that's something you could leave in the comments. And I will, even though I can't check the comments through the PlayStation YouTube app, I do get online and go over about once a day and check for comments on my videos and things, of which I don't have very many. I'd also like to know in the comments, what are some of your favorite gaming channels? Doesn't have to be specifically about video games, it can be about board games, role-playing. Some of the ones I like a lot are, I like the shows that are on Geek and Sundry. I watch a lot of board game reviews, guys like Tom Vassell and Dice Tower reviews. Rado is awesome. He was a video game designer and worked for years in the video game industry, and he kind of retired, and he and his wife are living in Malta, which I'm so jealous of, and he does some really awesome designer board game reviews, and he's just got such a wonderful personality. He's a great guy. Highly recommend that you check his channel out. That's Rahdo, Rahdo. And his show where he does his reviews is called Rahdo Runs Through, followed by the game. And there's other guys like, well, there's that glitch again. Just kicked you out. So we need to punch back in. The Undead Viking is a really entertaining guy to watch do game reviews. On the board gaming front. The reason I'm talking about that is because, I mean, I'm sure you guys know all of the great video game streamers and reviewers and things. And you might even on this stream hear me occasionally talk about a board game that I play with my family and my gaming group. I have a collection of about 300 video games. I mean, board games. And we usually play a couple times a week, and it's awesome. Great way to socialize. It's actually my preferred way to socialize with my family and friends above video gaming. Video games are special to me for very different reasons than board games. Wow, this is one of the reddest planets I've ever seen in this game. It's extremely red. That's always worth some. So we're pretty much done with the tutorial, so now what we're trying to do is get some resources up, money or otherwise, to be able to get our hyperdrive fueled up and start making some system jumps towards the center of the galaxy, and also to investigate what the heck is the Atlas and what does it want, and why is it so concerned with the galaxy. I have a suspicion that the Sentinels are agents of the Atlas. I have no idea why. A lot of gold in here. And normally I would just take as all of that gold I could take from that one node. I'm kind of OCD like that. But I don't want to bore you guys to death. Man, look at that. See, this is why I love this game and why I'm not going to get tired of it anytime soon. It's the views like that that never cease to amaze me. Highly recommend, if you enjoy watching this or any other No Man's Sky gameplay or stream video, that you pick it up for yourself. You will not be disappointed. The sense of wonder is something that you just cannot convey in a video, as opposed to controlling your ship yourself and deciding where to go yourself. It's an incredible game. And I think it's going to be one of the iconic turning points in video game history, whether or not it's the best-selling game or what kind of reviews it gets. I think that no one can argue that this game has set a new bar for what we can do technologically. In video games. One of the things that Sean Murray again talked about that he would like to do, that was mentioned in one of the interviews he gave, I think it was again that IGN interview, if I'm not mistaken, where a viewer asked a really great question, best question of that whole interview. He said, could you see using the same maths to create a RPG open world? And he was genuinely elated at that suggestion, and he said he would, quote, love to do that. I would love to see him do that, or anyone for that matter. I'm a huge fan of roguelike games because of the variety. You never know what you're going to get kind of thing. And I would love to see this algorithm married with roguelike mechanics. It would be just flat awesome. Alright, we're all charged up. We got us a bunch of gold. Let's see how much gold we have. Not bad. We've got about 300 or so. A little less than 300 gold. I've noticed this on some of the nodes too. Some of them seem to have regular rock or something mixed in. They just don't seem to burn. I don't know if that's a glitch, but it kind of makes it more realistic. Like veins of gold would not be just big blobs. There might be some impurities in the vein. And I think that does a good job of representing that. This is iridium over here. I can't remember if you've seen me take this out before. I think you have. Yeah, I remember because I was telling you about the densities and things. Excuse me. A little under the weather today. Sorry about that. It can't be helped. Luckily though, on your end, if you're watching the stream, you have a volume control and you can turn my voice all the way down and just watch the gameplay. You know, I've actually, when I lay down to go to bed at night, since I got this game, I've actually been watching other streamers stream their gameplay with the volume turned either all the way off or very, very low. Even some without commentary, and it helps me sleep. It's really cool. It's a very relaxing to watch game. Games like this are my Valium, my Xanax, my glass of wine at the end of the day. Oh, it did it again. It's going to be one of those days. I've had hours of game it won't do it once. It will not jump up like that, not even once. And then I've also had times where, just like you saw, it seems like every time I start to jump off a planet, it just wants to bounce me back out. Is that a structure? No, that's gold coming in. Alright, we got an interesting location over here. Let's see what we got. And I see an outpost off in the distance over there as well. This looks like just a little camp. Let's see what they left behind. Shield shard. Which I believe I can use that for. I don't need it for that. I do need to charge my life support. We're going to use that little sliver of plutonium. And you're going to be doing a lot of charging until you get some of the better upgrades in the game. It just kind of can't be helped. You'll be flipping back and forth between these screens. Launch thrusters need some plutonium love too. So let's grab that. Alright. Got a fascination bead, that's worth some cred. Zinc. Never met a zinc I did not like. Same goes for you, plutonium. Ah. See, I should have been paying attention. Iridium can go. And that iridium can go. So can that, so can the fascination bead. And the gold. The carbon, titanium, and zinc I will keep on me. Ooh, is that a cave or an arch? A little bit of both. That's amazing looking. Let me get a better view of that. Go ahead and log some of these guys in. That's so cool. That's a cool... Man. For procedural generation, I gotta say these worlds look almost handmade. I mean, for that being just almost random and look like that with that ship passing overhead. I've seen so many amazing moments like that in this game. Let's get you two. An interest, there we go. Oh, there's a galactic market here. Duh. I don't have very much to sell right now, so whoa, hey, it didn't kick me out that time, great. Alright, so we're gonna jet over here to this outpost that we saw. Oh, it's a depot. I think, why is it still taking me upwards? I think one of the issues may be some of the structures that the planet has. Like this has these very tall monolithic structures, and I think when you use your thrusters, your vertical thrusters, it wants to make sure that you're kicking your ship out high enough to where there's not a collision issue and it's kicking you too high. Get credited with another another discovery on this planet. I may actually rename this planet. I haven't thought of a good name yet. This is one of the worlds that really intrigue me. Just very interesting to look at. Yeah, I did it. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing, that's what. As the old man says through a yawn. Alright, we're gonna get in trouble, but I love trouble. So let's go. That's what I thought you said. Alright, let's reload again. Is that not hitting him? I think he's like caught in the geography there. Alright, I got him. Now let's see if this guy will... Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright. Scan this stuff. Alright. Neutrino module, that's always worth a good bit. And got a blueprint. Alright, let's continue the onslaught.
Warning. Sentinel combat unit deployed.
Uh-oh. Now we got trouble. Excuse me, sorry. Two down, one to go. And I think the heat's gone. Until I start knocking on that door again. Those neutrino modules and things, the sentinels aren't too hard to kick, to attack, so as long as you don't get above like 3-star rating. So it's a very viable strategy in this game to pick fights on purpose so you get those neutrino modules and things, because you can make a lot of money quickly doing that. Little dangerous.
Life support power low.
But totally worth it if that's what you want to do. So where's he at? Let's find him. I hear him. There he is.
Hostiles approaching.
There they go. I know I am. Oh, my boltcaster's out of fuel. Alright, let's go. Said there's a lot of tributes to things here, to different science fiction icons. These sentinels are sort of a mix between a tribute to the AI of the HAL 9000, I think, but a more obscure tribute I think might be it's a movie that came out in the 70s that was very with Bruce Dern, called Silent Running, directed by Douglas Trumbull. Douglas Trumbull worked on the special effects for 2001: A Space Odyssey. He helped with the first Star Wars, along with John Dykstra. He did the effects for Star Trek: The Motion Picture in 1979. But Silent Running was about an Earth 100 years from now or so, where plants just are dying, and Earth has become all covered in metal and concrete, and there's no natural life. So, as a preservation act, they send a bunch of ships into space with these domes to keep the flora and fauna of Earth alive, sort of like a space version of Noah's Arks, with a very small, like 5 or 6 man crew on each one of these ships, whose sole job it is, along with artificially intelligent robots, to take care of the plants. It's their only job. But it's also a very expensive project. And the politics, like with most things, gets the better of the politicians, the pressures of the cost of the upkeep for those ships. So the movie starts with the ship Bruce Dern is on, along with every other ship that has the flora and fauna of Earth on it, to jettison the domes and come back home because there is no money to support the project anymore. Bruce Dern quickly rebels, and the rest you'll have to find out for yourself, which is most of the movie. Everything I just told you happens within the first 10 minutes of Silent Running. Anyway, because of the environmental message and because of the sentient AI, and even in a very sort of I don't know, I don't want to say, I'm looking for the right word. In a very, and I'm sitting here just ignoring the computer. Let's put the titanium up. Alright. Oh, I didn't mean that, but anyway, the look of the Sentinels vaguely reminds you of the way the robots, there's something about them that's reminding me of those robots in Silent Running. And I think there may have been a little bit of that going on as far as when it comes to the idea of the Sentinels being sort of environmentalists. I hope I'm right about that. I've seen tributes to Star Trek, Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica, so many references to classic sci-fi films, books, and television in this game. One of them that I can share with you now is this journey page here. Down at the bottom, you have sort of a meta achievement here, that you get a different name the more milestones you get. So at 20 milestones, I'll get the Cassini milestone. All of the names that I've seen so far, I've seen Hubble, Rosetta Cassini, a few others that I won't mention. They're all named after Well, I'll let you figure it out for yourself, but they are not, they are actually named after science fact, not science fiction, let's put it that way. You'll have to figure out for yourself what they mean. I don't want to spoil everything, but it's cool. Some more technological blueprints, which is nice. And I think I'm about full, so I need to go and turn some of this money in. Oh, hello.
Units received. Life support power low.
Alright, so I do have some supplies now, so most creatures will try and run from you because they don't know what you wanted from them. But you can sprint towards them, and if you get close enough, hold square really quickly, and just, oh, I need Heridium. I don't have the Heridium to do it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to frighten you, but I'll get some Heridium real quick, and then we'll go feed them. I saw some. Let's just head back to the monolith. Destroy is a good word to know. I'd like to know when I'm about to get destroyed. Not sure how long I'm gonna stream. I'll stream till I don't feel like I can stay awake anymore. I've actually been up for quite a long time through the night. One of the side effects of my pains. Really cool world. Excuse me. But my voice is sounding a little more hoarse, and that's probably why. I've been up for a while. So I'm wanting to head back towards that trading post. And one of the ways to do that easily is to fly up out into space. Just takes a couple of seconds, and then stop. Look back at the planet,